Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. Subject review on Race and Rescue Chick Hicks, obviously part of the new 2025 Race and Radiator Springs Race and Rescue line that's hitting stores here at the end of May. Of course, Chick Hicks, apparently a racer in this Race and Rescue. I would assume there's a race, so you've got to have racers and Chick. See a racer, you see, looks like a rally race decals on it, so looks pretty cool. I actually really like the card art here for Chick. Obviously, kind of the Cars 3 pose on the card, but I like that they actually changed the paint job there. It looks really nice. I'll see you for 2025. And as I've said, I do really like the card art on these Race and Rescue, the background anyways, on these Race and Rescue releases. Even if I don't like the Race and Rescue series line itself that much. And there you can see the back. You've got McQueen. I've already done a review on him. Mater, he's coming up, and Sarge hasn't been released yet. But I do like that fire extinguisher there. But yeah, like I mentioned in the Lightning McQueen review, not a huge fan of the Race and Rescue line. And like I said, I think they should have done GRC instead. They should have done other new release instead of the Race and Rescue stuff. But not like I'm not going to buy them. I'm still going to buy them and review them. So yeah, I also do like, interesting to know here is McQueen, who was released in a kind of rescue format. There's going to be a 2-pack release with Chick Hicks and McQueen. It's going to be a variant of McQueen that is a kind of racer McQueen. He's in a similar paint job to Chick here. And McQueen that's in the single. This one you can see he's kind of in a rescue format, right, with the light bar and all that. He did not have a number, of course, because he's not obviously a racer in that variation. But Chick here has got a number in the background on the card art. So, yeah, anyways, enough rambling. Let's get Race and Rescue Chick here out of the package. So here is Race and Rescue Chick Hicks out of the package. He does look pretty cool. I'll admit this is a decent looking Chick Hicks. So let's get right into the review. First of all, the expression there, I do like it. Don't mind it. That's for sure. Zoom in a little bit here. I don't mind the expression. I think it's fine. Take a look here at the hood. Of course, you've got, this is the Cars 3 kind of version. So you've got Chick Hicks 86. No more HTB logos anywhere. You've got Chick Hicks 86 there with a lot of contingency sponsors, of course. Fiber Fuel, just to name a few. Tank coat there as well, leakless nitride. But the Chick Hicks is in blue and kind of this red and silver color, which is pretty cool. Going off to the side here, you've got, of course, the big 86. Of course, not in yellow or white anymore. It is in silver and red. Of course, got the former and forever Piston Cup champion slogan there on the bottom, which I think is really, really cool. I also will say I do like that he's got different tires, and it's a blue tire here, or a blue rim, and a kind of a silver rim. And we've always seen Chick with kind of his standard yellow rim, so it's pretty cool to see him with these new colors. Again, more contingency sponsors. You got the Chick kind of Thunderbolt logo there, bunch of different contingency sponsors. You do have some interesting ones on him here that are from, I believe, kind of the trailer of Cars 1. Got one right there. We'll zoom in, or focus rather. Tum, I think, is another one right there, or Yum rather. And then that one, which I think is Room. I think that one right there as well. There you can see Yum #1 as well. So you can see these kind of sponsors that were from the, I believe they're from the initial Cars 1 trailer, teaser trailer. I think they're from there, and they kind of migrated their way onto Chick Hicks, which is pretty cool. Room again right there, which is really cool to see these more random, obscure sponsors. That implies that they do still exist in the Cars universe, of course. But of course, you see the design here. You've got the green in the front. It's a nice green, actually. And then you kind of migrate to the back here. You've got this red stripe separating it from a blue, a little bit of blue, and then a little bit of silver in the back as well there. Go to the back here, you've got Race and Rescue, the Radiator Springs Rally Race, rather, logo 200. So that's kind of the race, I guess, that they're going with here is the Radiator Springs Rally Race 200, whatever that is. But Chick Hicks is obviously a participant in this race. There's his signature. Rally Race 286. Well, 86 is obviously his number, but Rally Race 200, I guess, is the race that is going on in Radiator Springs, and then the rescue part is something happens in this race that requires rescue vehicles and rescue crew. But Chick Hicks, I guess, is a participant of the Rally Race 200, which, you know, I'm not sure why anyone would invite Chick Hicks to an invitation. I would presume this is kind of an invitational Radiator Springs race. So why anyone would invite Chick Hicks, I'm not sure. But there you go. Of course, he's got that on the deck lid here. I will say I do like this new design where it's the green here, but the blue and silver look really nice on Chick. Yeah, I just think it's a nice looking paint job there. And then you go to the other side here. Just like the fact that the tires are different colors with the blue and the silver. So I will say, this Chick Hicks definitely a lot nicer than the McQueen we looked at in the previous video. I don't mind him at all. I think the design's pretty cool, actually. The nice blue and silver on Chick is obviously a new kind of unique colors on Chick that are rarely seen. We've got, of course, Dinoco Chick and you've got Silver Chick, but together this dark blue is not a color we've seen on Chick before. I think they look nice together with the green. And the Rally Race 200 logo's interesting as well. Of course, Chick Hicks' typical mustache there, and he's even got a little Rally logo right there. So, of course, I would like to compare this Chick to some others. First of all, I do have a silver Chick Hicks. This is from, what, 2021, I think? Or 2020, I believe, actually. The couple of cars, one of the cases that was released in early 2020. But, yeah, I just kind of compared it to him because he's got a silver, a little bit of the back here is silver. And even here you can see that they kept the rims yellow or the Sprite yellow color instead of changing it to anything. So pretty cool to get silver rims on Chick here. And then of course we have the Cars 3 Chick, which is got a headset, of course. And this is kind of the first time we've seen his, the first introduction we had to his new design was Chick Hicks 86 instead of the HTB logos. It's interesting that he removed the HTB logos and kept all the other contingency sponsors. Could be that HTB went under, who knows. And of course you do have the RSN logos here, Racing Sports Network. You can see that's kind of been replaced with Rally Race logos, of course. I'm not sure why this text is upside down. Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be here and the sponsors to be down here? Yeah, anyways. Or at least have this, flipped over so you can read it when you're looking at it like this, so it's the same direction as that. But anyways, he is compared to Cars 3 Chick. Obviously, this is the inspiration for this Chick is the Cars 3 Chick because no HTB logos, like I've said, and of course, former and forever Piston Cup champion. Always nice to see that down there. And then you do have the Cars 1 Chick who does have the HTB logos, and of course, this is China, and this is definitely from a long time ago. Definitely one of the earlier releases. Or the first, I'm sure. But, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for the Race and Rescue Radiator Springs Race and Rescue Chick Hicks. I do actually like this one. I do like him. I think that the scheme is nice, pretty unique. I do like the really little Rally Race Edition decals to him, the kind of new colors they added. I'm glad that this isn't just, Chick Hicks with a light bar or something, or just Chick Hicks with a logo. I'm glad they changed the paint job a little bit. New rim colors, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I do like this. I gave McQueen, what, a 2.5 in my previous video. A 4, yeah, I think we'll go with a 4. I actually do kind of like this quite a bit, like this Chick Hicks. So I think a 4 is a fair score for him. But again, I know this reminds me of the GRC stuff, right, where they're kind of changing the design a little bit to fit with the race theme. Which is why couldn't you finish the GRC, right? Which is, enough of beating a dead horse. I guess the GRC is dead, so there's no bringing it back, which is really unfortunate because I really did like that line, and I was really hoping they'd complete it. I know they got 7 out there, didn't get the last 4 WGP racers, but again, would have preferred that. But I do like this Chick Hicks. Now I can't complain here. I do like it. I like him quite a bit. So yeah. If you guys have found him, let me know. Like I said, if I find this stuff, I'm sure you guys can as well, because it seems like Illinois is the last state to get them in. But let me know if you found them or found him or any of the other race and rescue stuff. If you have, what do you think? Let me know all that down in the comments below. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.